bath, so pardon his I try to blow dry him, but he'll only sit there still for a few minutes. So a few months back, Chase and I were gonna go on a trip. And so before we left, we were like planning everything out, and we're, Chase was kind of like, we can do this, and we'll do this, 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 and this. And then you know what, if that doesn't work out, we'll just pull an audible. I was like, what the heck is an audible? Chase was like, no, we're gonna pull an audible, like in football. And I was like, what are you talking about? And, sorry, Key. Let me sit down. And he was like, oh, like in football. I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, it means like if you have to change plans at the last minute, just like calling a different call. So I decided to, Bentley, you want down? Do you want down? Okay. He looked very uncomfortable, like frightened for his life. So I looked it up, as I do more research. I loved what it said. The quarterback will call an offensive play in the huddle. But when he gets to the line of scrimmage, he might decide to change the play because of the way the defense is lined up. This could preach. Have you ever prayed and prayed and prayed to God, and you thought you were going down this path? Like, let's say you prayed for a job and all of a sudden you got a job and you're so grateful, and then 6 months later you feel God telling you like, you gotta go. And you're like, but God, you blessed me with this job. What the heck? Like, I don't wanna make another change again. And God's like, you just feel it in your gut. He's calling an audible. You don't know what the defense is doing sometimes, but he does. You don't know, sometimes you can't see what he can see. Like as the quarterback, he can see, he's kind of looking around and everything, but usually all the other guys that are lined up are right there and they're focused on this one person, right? Like you're down, getting ready, you've got God called the play, or you got a plan and you put that plan together and you got a goal and you're going and going and going. And you get down and you're thinking this is what we're gonna do, and all of a sudden God calls it an audible. Now, what would happen if in the middle of a game, one of the football players stood up and was like, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna do that. I do that when God tells me to do so. Well, I don't want to, but why? And starts questioning. No, they don't start questioning because the quarterback can see what they can't see. In life, you are going to have to make some adjustments because there are going to be some things that you cannot see that God can see. I think sometimes the reason that we don't trust God is because we haven't been in the game long enough with Him. And by that I mean we haven't built that trust yet to where we know when they call something different, we trust it. You know what, I think I was talking to Chase the other day and I was asking Chase how the football guys can work 40 hours a week because it's basically their full-time job, I think. Sorry if I'm wrong. How they can work 40 hours a week. Bentley wants out. Now's not a good time, B. I'm in the middle of something. Outside? Do you want to go outside? Now's not a good time. All right, I'll let you out. I don't even know what I was saying. So I asked Chase, how can they work 40 hours a week? What do they do? That's exhausting. And Chase was like, well, they don't just play football. I think they replay. Oh, he wanted his treat. He was like, they replay, probably watch some of the film from the game. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. When those guys probably watch, and I don't know, I've never been in one of those in the room, but I'm just guessing. If you get to sit back and let's say the quarterback calls an audible, at this point, all the guys can be like, dude, good call. Didn't realize that guy was there and that guy was there. Good call. Now, how cool would it be if sometimes God would remind you and play the film back to you of times in your life when plans changed. Life didn't go the way you wanted them to go. Life didn't go the way you thought it would go. Life didn't go the way you planned it or hoped for it or, always thought that it would be. God's gonna remind you of those things because then what's gonna happen is He's building trust with you. I think whenever God plays back some of those past experiences in your life, it's not to freak you out, it's not for you to have PTSD, it's not for triggers, it's for Him to say, that's what I was doing. That's why I did that. That's why I did that. That's why I had you leave there. That's where I plucked you out. That's why. If your life feels like God is pulling an audible and you don't know why, and he's calling a different play, don't underestimate his line of sight. Feel like God's changing your life or he's calling you into a different direction, don't be thrown off. Go with it. See what happens. Finish the play. Let me pray for you. Dear God, I think in life it is so hard when you call an audible because we have our brain and our mindset set on something. We're in the position, ready to go, ready to hit sprint, ready to go this way, ready to write this. Boom. The defense is different. I pray that you remind us that we have your strength in us, God. I pray that you would just consume everybody that's listening, God. And I pray that we hear you and that we trust